Hey everyone, what is up? There we go. I just need to get that right. So we'll start chatting in a second. I just need to just open up Twitter and open up YouTube. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Tyrrell or whatever your name is, I don't know why you're even in here. Can't see my keyboard because my mic's in the way. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to tweet out that I'm streaming. Live streaming now. Come join in. Can't even spell. I'll chuck a GIF on there. Let me find a good GIF on Twitter. What's a good GIF? Oh, that's a wonderful GIF right there. If you're on Twitter, you'll see that one right there pop up. Okay, I'll tweet that out. Just let me. I just have to open up certain things on my computer just for this stream. Okay, I can exit that, and that's all good. Okay, so let me just drag this over, and I'll be able to see what everyone's saying. Whew. Okay, how's everyone going? Welcome to the stream. We'll stream for about an hour, maybe hour and a half, just to see how the stream goes. But we'll just go through. Actually, there's a decent amount of people in here already. I was expecting it to take. I thought it would take another couple of minutes to get, over 100 people in here. But essentially, the guidelines of the stream: don't be a attention seeker in the comments. People, as I said, that Tyrell dude or whatever his name is, I don't know if he's just attention seeking or he's just an idiot, one of the two, or both. You never know, it could be both, but just try and avoid being that type of person, Keep the chat civil, don't have a go at anyone. If a mod pops in, they will time you out, and there probably is a mod in here, or will be. Jaws is in here, so Jaws is a mod, he'll deal with you if you're being a bit of a silly person, and that's about it in regards to doing the chat. And if you want to get your question or comment or just want to help my channel out in this time of need, the dodgy YouTube period that is the beginning of the year and what's going on, you can super chat, which is basically donating, but you can leave a comment and it will 100% be read out. If you can't super chat, at the top of the description there's a Streamlabs link which you can pay. You can donate through PayPal and stuff if you can't super chat. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to say, and we'll move on with the stream. But we have Dr. Cringe straight away with the $2. Thank you very much, Dr. Cringe. I think it's odd Barry's in the same cell as his father. Yeah, it's very coincidental. It's very coincidental. But yeah, I think it's more story elements, and obviously what they're going to do in the future, next couple of episodes with Barry, where he's going to meet Goldberg's character, which is most likely an old friend of Henry Allen's from when he was in prison. So it looks like this dude might have been bad. Obviously, to get in prison, he must have done something really bad. But I think over his time in prison, he's what's the word? Just gone through therapy and just changed as a person. And he and maybe Henry Allen had a massive hand in doing that. So he sees Barry as a chance to maybe pay Henry back, because he can't do anything like that at the moment because Henry's sort of dead, and maybe he feels bad for that as well. Maybe he heard that Henry Allen died as well. But who do you think the warden is? Well, in my video tomorrow, I'll actually go over that, because they released a new synopsis and there's some little things there that have been planted early in the season, which I do want to go over. But yeah, so for some reason I'm not seeing my super chat on this page. Let me refresh it in a second, because I'm not seeing it. I can see that you commented, you super chatted, Naruto, but I'm not getting it down the bottom of my screen where I usually get it. That's frustrating. It's on this side, but it's not on this side for some reason. Okay. Naruto, I'm calling it, Chick is the Black Hood. Yeah, they sort of gave elements to that. What you don't know what Naruto's referencing? He's referencing Riverdale. But yeah, that sort of seems like what it might be, to be completely honest. I'm actually sort of annoyed that I can't see my super chats on this screen, because usually that's how I process everything. That's how it's usually on this screen. Why is it on here? Oh, okay, here it is. It's finally popped up. Thank you. So now I can see everything. Yeah, I think Chick, who is obviously Betty Cooper's brother now, might be the Red Hood. But But they might be like, that might be like one of those big, like, oh, they make you think it's him. But his eyes, I don't think necessarily look like the eyes that Archie saw. But we'll have to wait and see how it plays out in the next couple of episodes. But thanks for that, Naruto. And Nicholas with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. What Earth do you think Black Lightning will be from? Well, I just don't think he's on. He could, like, if they really want to connect him to the Arrowverse, they could somehow work it in that he's on Supergirl's Earth. If they really want to work it in there, they could, even though they didn't really name drop any sort of Catco reference or anything in the first episode, which I wasn't really expecting. But we'll have to wait and see later this season if they have any hints to it being on Supergirl's Earth. Because if they ever connect it to the Arrowverse, I don't know how they're going to bridge them two over. Like, if he's on another Earth, I don't know how they're going to connect them over. That's the hardest thing. So if he's on Supergirl's Earth, that's the easiest way to, you know, connect them. But I don't really want them to focus on that at the moment. I'd rather just them focus on Black Lightning, almost treat it like Arrow Season 1, where they weren't connecting to a larger, expanded universe. Just sort of keep it to itself for now, and then maybe in the back half, in the last couple of episodes, maybe drop a reference or two to it being on Supergirl's Earth, because I doubt it's on Earth 1. Surely not, it's going to be on Earth 1. But obviously on that news report, they did reference other heroes, so there's other people out there, we just don't know who they are because they didn't drop any names. So I have to wait and see how that plays out throughout the rest of the season. Talk Killer Frost. Well, there's not really much to talk about for Killer Frost now. I think in the next couple of weeks there'll be some big Killer Frost moments, or at least continuations with her story. I did like her, like, a quick scene, I guess, in last week's episode. Like the puppies, like, I thought it was a great scene. When will Barry get out of prison? You'd think 13 or 14, because episode 15 is like a big speedster episode, and I don't know how they're going to work it in with Barry in prison, so I was saying, like, in 13 probably, but I know the synopsis for episode 13 came out. It sounds like he'll still be in prison that episode. I was still expecting that, but I think he might get out that episode. But after that synopsis, he might get out the episode after, and then episode 15 will continue on. But yeah, they have to keep it interesting, because it could get boring really fast, Barry being in prison. So they need to be careful with that. Can you tell us a bit about Earth 15, aka the Dead Earth? Well, I think that was just a reference to the comics, because in the comics, it's Superboy Prime, like, messes up that Earth. So, yeah, I think that's what the reference was towards. I guess you could say if we've seen it on the show, you could argue it's the lava planet, like the magma planet that we saw last season when Gypsy and Cisco are fighting. You could argue that's the Earth. But yeah, I think it's just a reference to the comics as, like, because that is actually a dead Earth in the comics. Who is going to die? I hope no one. Like, no one, like, in regards to our heroes, I don't think there needs to be a death this season. Arguably, I don't... Like, if anyone should have died last season, it should have been Iris. If you like Iris, calm down. Calm down. Don't get angry. I'll explain why. Because they set up she was going to die, it would have been a bold move by the show, and they ended up using the only expendable character. Arguably, Julian could have been seen as expendable, but you couldn't replace him. But we'd already had it established in this world that, you know, there's multiple Harrison Wells. They keep bringing him in. So he was expendable because they could just bring Harry back this season, like they did. So they sort of wasted a death last season, like an unnecessary death, because it was used on an expendable character. When an expendable character dies, I don't count it as a death. So they sort of wasted their big death, if you want to call it that, with a villain like Savitar, who was sort of set out on doing stuff like that. But this season, I don't think there will be a death, because I don't think it's necessary. How many episodes left? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 13. So we have 13 episodes left. I don't know why I had to do that, because it was, yeah. I just had to do 10 minus 23, 13 episodes left. That's of Flash and Arrow. And then Supergirl's got, what, 12? And then Legends has 9 when it eventually comes back. Do you think the Reverse Flash will come back? Well, you can watch my video from early today. There's the plug for that video if you want to go watch it. That sort of dives into that question a bit. Will there be a season 5 of The Flash? Yes. Supergirl and Flash are definitely the two shows that are guaranteed to be renewed, unless something goes weird in production in regards to Supergirl. So if that's the case, then you say that Flash is the only show that's 100% renewed. And also, I think that'd be silly to, even if Flash was struggling with ratings that they wanted to get, in episode 8 of season 5 of The Flash, it'll be episode 100 of The Flash. And you don't cut a show off like that. You let them get to episode 100. So I'm very interested to see what they do for episode 100 of The Flash, because it's going to be in the crossovers if they set it out like the previous years. So that'll be interesting to see what they do. Where did I get the thumbnail for the Reverse Flash episode? Do you mean like the Reverse Flash part of it? I don't know. I just Googled, like Matt Letcher, Earbud Thorn or something, or Matt Letcher Reverse Flash, and that was one of the photos. And I was like, oh, that looks good for the thumbnail, so I'll use that. Barry Morjani with a £2 super chat. Was it do Riverdale videos? Please do Riverdale videos. I would, and I was actually going to. And to be honest, I'm sort of happy I didn't, because that mid-season premiere was a bit underwhelming. It just continued on stuff that we already suspected. All it was really, the big thing was like I introduced Chick Cooper. That was about it. But in regards to the Black Hood, I think everyone knew that that wasn't the real Black Hood that was revealed in the mid-season finale. Sorry if you're not caught up with Riverdale, but come on, it's been out for a while if you're going to watch it. If you're thinking about watching it, you would have watched it already. Yeah, so I found it underwhelming. Like, I watched it. It's on Netflix in Australia, so I sat down, like, on, what, Thursday night? Thursday night? Yeah, Thursday night, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah, this is okay, but, you know, like, it could have been better for a mid-season premiere. Like, I thought it was worse than all the DCTV premieres. Not saying it was bad, it was just a bit underwhelming. Where do I get the synopsises for the Arrowverse? Just Twitter and sites like Flash TV News, GreenArrowTV.com, stuff like that. Do you think Ralph will return for season 5? Yeah, he's on one of those contracts where it's really just dependent on like the storylines and stuff. But he's a character which I think they can work him in to any storyline, I think. So yeah, it's not like Julian. Like, Julian was relevant to season 4, while I think... so season 3, sorry, might I say. While I think Ralph isn't necessarily relevant to a specific season. He's just relevant to the actual show. So I'd be disappointed if they got rid of him for next season. How long do you think? How long do you think Roy's arc will be when he returns to Arrow? 2 or 3 episodes, probably. We'll be able to tell by Colton Haynes' Instagram. That's basically the best way. Like, as soon as he's not in Vancouver filming, we can judge. Okay, he was there for 2 or 3 weeks. Let's just say that's 3 episodes. Why does everybody go to Legends? Well, I wouldn't say everybody goes to Legends. Like, Legends has introduced 3 new characters in the form of Amaya, Zari, and Nate. So really, not everyone, like, to begin with, yeah, it was like offshoots of people from the other shows, but like really the only character that's really gone there has been Wally. Everyone else was there from the beginning or is a new character. So it's not like it's an offshoot. Like if they put like Black Siren there and then Ragman or something, then you could argue that, but really only one person has gone there since like after the premiere and stuff like that. Do you think we'll ever see the Green Lanterns, maybe Jessica Cruz? I think if we do see in the Green Lanterns movie, I'd be surprised if they didn't do Jessica Cruz, because 1, she's fairly popular, and also 2, she's a female, so it like diversifies, and she's a minority, if you want to call it that, so it diversified the movie a bit. Is Wally confirmed to go on the Wave Rider? Yeah, they confirmed it today. They actually, like, the producer finally confirmed it, but it had been confirmed like a couple of days ago, almost a week ago, by Brandon Routh, who plays Ray Palmer. And he said, like, yeah, Wally's on the Wave Rider. The producer just confirmed the episodes and stuff. So he's going to be there for the rest of the season, but he's going to show up first on episode 11, which is not the first episode back after its break, but the second episode. And then Wally's gone for an episode, so he's not on episode 12 at all. And then he comes back permanently for episode 13 until the end of the season. So my guess is that in episode 11... maybe the episode's set in current day or something like that. Or Wally, I don't know what they're going to do there. It's just set in current day and Wally's tied in with it in some form. And then in episode 13, they decide to actually go back and recruit him, or maybe Wally asks to join the Legends or something along the lines of that. But yeah, we'll see him in episode 11, but he won't be a member in episode 11. Then in episode 13, he'll properly become a member and then continue on. But I'll go into more detail not tomorrow, because I'll do a Flash video tomorrow, but on Monday my time, which will be like Sunday afternoon or something, everywhere else, or Sunday night, I'll do a Legends video. Specifically, not necessarily specifically on Wally, but a couple of things. They also announced something else happening on Legends that caught my interest, because I think it'll be pretty funny. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a couple of days. Do you think Big Sur will know Barry's the Flash? At first, no. I think Barry might tell him that he's the Flash, though. Maybe. We'll wait and see. How is Black Lightning's suit bulletproof, and how does he bleed? It's bulletproof, but when he was bleeding, that was from when he was in the club earlier. He got stabbed or something. Because remember, when he comes home, he's in the suit and stuff. He's trying to hide it from his wife. I think that's what it was. Am I wrong? I think he just opened up his wound. I think that's what it was, because I'm pretty sure he got hurt earlier in the episode. I might be wrong, but let me know if I am. I don't think he got hurt in that fight at the end in the motel. I think he might just opened up his wound that was already there. Could the Warden of Iron Heights be a meta like in the comics? No, I think the whole thing is like I'll go over it tomorrow in a video tomorrow, but it has something to do with Amulet Black. I think that's why he's being shifty. I don't think he'll be a metahuman though. Will Wally's powers be nerfed on Legends? Maybe not nerfed, but he'll be used sparingly. That's probably the best. There'll be like an excuse as to why Wally can't show up everywhere. You know what I mean? And like they might use the excuse that he was like doing mechanical engineering at uni or college, whatever you want to call it, as an excuse as to why he might have to stay on a ship. Like how Jax would be like, Jax, you have to fix the ship. So that's why Firestorm couldn't be in an episode. So they could do that with Wally. Like, Wally, you need to fix the ship. So Wally can't be out there being a speedster. They'll probably do an excuse like that. But I think at this point in the season, there'll be a lot of dangerous stuff going on. So I don't think they'd have to sideline Wally too much. Maybe for like one episode, he might be contained to the Wave Rider or something along those lines. Don't you feel like the Vince and Dinah relationship is rushed? I just think it's more forced. I think Vigilante was really revealed to be her ex-partner to give her a storyline. Essentially, that's what it was, in my opinion, at least. Did I send out that tweet? Yeah, I did. Okay, sweet. I wasn't sure if I pressed tweet or not on that live stream tweet. Pagey in brackets dad. How many Earths have been revealed? I did a video on it. But that's current apart from Earth 15, I guess. Unless they, Earth 15 is that lava planet, because I do mention that in my multiverse. There's a video I uploaded maybe a month ago or something, all about the multiverse and every Earth explained. So yeah. Someone asked, is Wally permanent now? He's series regular, so that means he's in every episode until when he appears. But I don't know if that means he's in next season. They didn't really confirm that. And also, Brandon Routh's comments from early in the week sounded like Wally's in the show until the end of the season, but they're not sure about next season. Because I don't know. My worry about Wally going on Legends was he's a bit overpowered. So I think for the end of the season, it's fine because, you know, the threat, the stakes are up, the threats are bigger, the threats are more dangerous and stuff because they'd be taking on Malice at that point, Gorilla Grodd's involved, all of that stuff. But when you go back to like a beginning of a season, the threats aren't that big. Like it's usually like, you know, not filler episodes, but like a generic episode taking down someone in time with the Legends. And Wally would be a bit too overpowered at that stage. So hopefully, just because he's not relevant on the Flash this season, he does join Legends. Maybe he gains more experience, gets more teamwork based, if that makes sense. And then he can come back to the Flash, where I'm assuming the Flash next season will have a speedster villain and Wally would be more relevant. That's my hope. I don't think he should be on Legends next season because the beginning of the season is all set up and the villains aren't as threatening and he's just a bit too overpowered for that. So that's my hope. But he's a series regular for the rest of the season. He's in the rest of this season once he appears in episode 13. Am I planning to do a giveaway soon? No, because I did a giveaway I think I announced it, was it yesterday or the day before? So I probably won't do another one for like another 2 or 3 weeks. I don't like doing them too often. It's not because I don't mind giving them away, it's just I don't want to be known as like, oh, the person that got all their stuff and like views and stuff from doing giveaways and stuff. I just do it to repay everyone. So I do like once or twice a month I'll do a giveaway, depending on what I'm actually giving away. So because I gave away the I think it was a Pop Funko and a Blu-ray, it's a bit more expensive to give away, so that's why I gave away a shirt, and I won't do another one for a couple of weeks. Just them two together were, you know, enough, I think. Sorry, I'm just going to open up a tab, so I'm going to be looking away from the questions for a bit.
This house is bitchin'.
Oh, okay, sorry, we got Naruto with the $5 super chat, very much appreciated. Where is it? Let me scroll down here. Barry in prison would be a great excuse for a trip down the Flash villain memory lane. Yeah, that's what we could get next episode, apart from the fact that we haven't really seen or had any news about people returning. So they might just name drop. That's probably the best thing they'll go with. I think name drops would be the best thing they go with, so they might mention like Weather Wizard and stuff like that. I just don't think we'll see villains. Unless they maybe put villains that we've met this season, so other people from the... Well, I'll fix that up. Other people from like the bus, so the bus metahumans and stuff, we might see some of them in the episode. And they might have like been able to like pre-record what they were going to say, because I doubt they'd all be able to come in for this episode. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some villains. But you got to remember, Barry's not in the metahuman wing. He's in like just the regular wing. So Ironheights has the metahuman wing and the regular wing. He would just be in the regular one because they don't know he's the Flash. So yeah, it's not like he's going to be locked up and in the prison yard. He'd be walking around with like Weather Wizard and all of them. He's in a separate place to them. But yeah, they could mention names and stuff like that. That's probably the most I'm expecting. But thanks for the super chat, Naruto, and the question as well. Very much appreciated. Yeah, Luke McDonald. Some of the super chat doesn't work, but there is a Streamlabs link in the top of the thing, and I do get your like that still appears on the screen. I'm pretty sure. Or at least I'll get them and I'll be able to read them out, regardless. So that's another way to like what's the word? Donate or help the channel. One of the two, or super chat if you want to call it that. Where can I audition for the Flash? I would actually have no idea. Thanks, No Name 123 for the very positive and very enlightening comment. It was very much appreciated. Okay, well, I'll do this once just because some people might not actually know. To super chat, all you do is there's a little $sign here, and you can click it, and then you go send a super chat, and you just drag up whatever amount you want. Anything more than $2, at least $2 Australian, you can write a message, so whatever that says, and you can send that off. So that's how you super chat. And if you can't super chat, as I said, there's a link at the top of the bio, or the description, whatever you want to call it, where you can donate elsewhere, because some countries and some devices cannot super chat. When do you think a new Arkham game will show? Aren't they working on like a Superman game or something? That's what I heard, at least. I might be wrong. Or maybe that was just false news or something, or fake news, whatever you want to call it. I heard it was a Superman game, but I might be wrong. Actually, I think... Like a lot of people want a Flash game as well, but a Flash game's a bit overpowered. Like, it'd be cool to run around really fast, but overall, I think it's a bit too overpowered, to be completely honest. Same with the Superman game. I think it might be a bit too overpowered. So I would prefer like another sort of like vigilante-esque game. Like, I wouldn't mind a Green Arrow game, to be completely honest. Like, imagine being able to like shoot arrows all the time and different things like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know what like other DC games you could do. Anything like that would be pretty cool. It doesn't have to be open world. Like, it can be like a stage game if they want to do it as well. Like, I wouldn't mind that either. Okay, so I just had to make sure I had the right tabs up. Sorry for not looking at the chat. A Black Lightning game. Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting, I guess. The Spider-Man game looks pretty cool though, but it's only coming out on PS4. Like, that's so stupid. In my opinion, I know it's made by Sony, but like, you're cutting your profits in half. I just think that's silly. Like, people aren't going to buy, like, oh, some people might if they have the money to do it. But me personally, I wouldn't buy a PS4 just to play that Spider-Man game, you know what I mean? Have they ever had an original character in the Arrowverse? Well, yes, Sarah Lance. Yeah, technically this Dinah Drake that's on Arrow at the moment is like an original character because the Laurel and Sarah's mum is like the normal Dinah Drake. So it's really weird. Diggle's an original character. Harrison Wells is an original character. Yeah, there's heaps. What movie are you looking forward to most this year? Well, as a DC fan, obviously I'm looking forward to Aquaman. I'm very much looking forward to Black Panther and Infinity War. Ant-Man and the Wasp I'm sort of looking forward to. Like, I'm going to go watch it, but it's not like at the top of my list. Like, I completely forgot it was coming out this year until those pictures came out a couple of days ago. Or like the first image or whatever you want to call it. Mad Dog. Who's Mad Dog? If you mean Wild Dog, Wild Dog's not original. Wild Dog's from the comics. Renee Ramirez is original because they wanted to diversify, so they made up Renee Ramirez. Renee Ramirez is original character. Do you think we'll see the Accelerated Man in Flash Time episode 15? That's coming from Luke. It's a possibility. It is a possibility. It matters how they center that episode because that episode is going to be... It looks like it's going to be very Speed Force orientated. But I just don't think it will be Accelerated Man. I want to see Accelerated Man come back. Like, I really do want to see him come back because, you know, we had it teased like in episode 13 or 14 of last season, and we really didn't get anything back. They spent money making that suit, which was very comic book accurate. So it does make you think, like, when are we finally going to get that character back? Hopefully we do, and like it's all indoors. Maybe all the filming is indoors for that episode, at least because it's in the Speed Force, so there's like different backgrounds and stuff. And he could be coming back. That'd be a really awesome thing to see. But I wouldn't count on him coming back just because they haven't really announced it, or there hasn't been any real proof. While with other characters, they've been seen on set and stuff like that. But hold your hopes. That's probably the best thing to go with, because I think we all want to see him back. I think a lot of people are intrigued by the character. My most viewed video on my channel is about the Accelerated Man, so that should tell you so much. It's got like over 1 million views. It's got like almost I think 3 times, or oh no, maybe not 3 times, but at least double the amount of views as my next viewed video. So that should tell you like heaps about how much how many people are interested in the character. So hopefully they bring him back. And they should know this, the writers. They should know this. Laters Robo, thanks for joining. If you didn't know, I shouted Robo out on my channel. Go check his channel out if you want. If you're interested in all this stuff, just because it gives a different perspective, if you want to call that, on the content. So go check him out if you want to. Naruto, thanks again for the $2 super chat. Very much appreciated. Felicity is original, right? This version of the character, Felicity in the comics is Felicity Smoke in the comics is Firestorm's stepmother. So, yeah, they basically... The thing with Felicity is she was brought in to be in one episode. And so it looks like... Yeah, see, like, that's my face normally, but when I take that away, if I move a bit, my face is going to light up. It's weird. Anyway, Felicity Smoke in the comics is... I think, is it Ronnie Raymond's stepmother? But for the show, she was only meant to be in one episode. Emily Bett Rickards was brought in to be in one episode as a guest star, and it was like that one where Oliver goes to get information from her at the office, and then they decided to keep her on, and they just gave her the name of Felicity Smoke as like an Easter egg because she was only meant to be in one episode. If they could name her something else, they probably would have named her something else. I think if they were thinking, okay, she's going to be in the episode as like a season regular and stuff like that, they wouldn't have named her Felicity Smoke. They probably would have named her something else. I don't know what they would have named her, but they would have probably named her something else and maybe made her a more closer character from the comics to what her character is on the show. Because, you know, she's just Felicity Smoke, like stepmother in the comics. Wasn't computer hacking, blonde, glass-wearing woman, you know? So I think they might have changed her up, and they made it. Yeah, I don't know what they would have done there, but she's like that version's original for the show, but the actual character of Felicity Smoke isn't original. The Flash season 4 episode 18, the crossover event is with Black Lightning. Is that just your opinion, or is that confirmed? Because I haven't seen anything. I know in episode 18 apparently there's meant to be a crossover, but that sounds like it's with Legends, because episode 13, that's so we got episode 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's with... It must be with Legends, because if Wally's appearing in episode, that's 2. It wouldn't line up. Yeah, it wouldn't line up, sorry. We'll have to wait and see, though. I might do a video on that, and we'll wait and see. I'll have to write it all down and see if it all lines up and stuff. But episode 18 could line up with maybe episode 12 of Flash, and maybe he goes over to Legends. I'll have to wait and see. It's very interesting, though. Like, because I don't know how they're going to get Wally over there. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe without telling Flash either. Like, it makes no sense to me personally. Is it going to be a two-parter for episode 13 or 14 of The Flash? Every season there usually is, but this season it sort of looks like it's... We got the synopsis for episode 13, and it's not hinting at it at all. We have to wait until we get episode 14's title, and those two might connect, and it could be like a Rogues sort of thing. I will go more in depth over it in my video tomorrow. But it looks like we're not getting it. Unless they make episode maybe 15 and 16, the two-parter, maybe. We'll have to wait and see, though, because usually it's 13 and 14. So they're definitely breaking the streak, if you want to call it that. So it's disappointing, because these are everyone usually looks forward to those two-part stories or two-episode stories every season. So hopefully they have a good reason for it. I guess it's because Barry's in jail, but... Is Breacher coming back this season? I've heard it's going to be a Cisco and Breacher episode later this season, but I haven't heard anything since I just said that there was going to be an episode with Cisco and Breacher and no Gypsy. Episode 14 is called Subject 9. Is that true? Let me look it up. Or is that rumors? I can't type because my fingers are weird. Is that true, or is that just you saying it? Because I'm not saying anything in regards to that. Subject 9. Subject 9. That must be... Is that the 9th metahuman on the bus? How many bus metahumans have we met? Maybe it must be the 9th bus metahuman then. Well, it doesn't sound like those are two-parters then. Yeah, that means I was wondering if maybe episode 14 could be continuing on from episode 13 stuff, but it doesn't sound like we're going to get that. Subject 9. Well, it's interesting. Hold on. Okay, I'll look it up after. There's no point in me doing it now, I guess. Unless someone wants to link me out on Twitter. Will there be another musical crossover in the future? Not this season. They're hard to put together, and they take a lot of time to plan because of the music, obviously, as well as getting 2 shows together. Or maybe more than 2 shows. Is that... We're at 7 bus meta... Does that include Fallout from last episode? Because he was a bus meta. Even though they didn't say it, like, he got off a bus. Like, they showed that he caught a bus. So, basically saying, yeah, he was on the bus. Without actually like refilming that he was on the bus, recreating the whole scene. So does that include Fallout, or is that just before him. Because we've got Trickster coming up in this week, so he won't be obviously a bus metahuman. Oh, wait, no, yeah, so it would be 7. Yeah, because then if that's 7 including Fallout, then in episode 12, we have the guy that can touch people and he shrinks. So that's 8. Then episode 13 is the episode where it's Amina Black. And then episode 14 would be number 9, which would be Subject 9. So that makes sense, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I was like wondering, I was like, okay, does that include Fallout? Because they never blatantly said in the episode that he was a bus metahuman, so I thought you might have not counted him. But yeah, so yeah, that would make sense in episode 14. Subject 9 would be the 9th bus metahuman. So the fact that they're labeling an episode after him makes you think, or him or her, does make you think it's going to be a big character. And I wonder if it's at Hyrax. I don't know if they're going to make it that... if they're going to make it that Hyrax is the actual Subject 9. Would they make her the... Because she's not a metahuman. Or at least I can't remember her being a metahuman in the comics. Because she was in Green Arrow. She was just like... You know, like a villain. She used to use like guns and stuff. So, yeah. Unless they twist her, they make her a meta. I don't know. Hello everyone that's still joining the stream. We'll stream for about another half an hour, 40 minutes, give or take. One of the two. Who will defeat DeVoe? It'll just be like a couple of options, I think. I think the cerebral inhibitor is going to come back into it. And I might do a video on that next. I was going to do it this weekend, but there's too much stuff coming out. And it's not necessarily relevant. So I'll leave the cerebral inhibitor till later. My stream keeps turning. Is that happening or is that just for Naruto? Because I don't... It's not telling me I'm dropping anything. It says I'm keeping a... It says I'm not dropping too much. And my upload's still decent. But just let me know in the chat. What was I talking about? Yeah, the cerebral inhibitor I think is going to come back into it. But I'll probably upload a video on that probably next weekend. Hopefully, if I can fit it in. I am dropping. That's not good. I can't really do anything about it, to be completely honest. Okay, just let me know how it goes. If it's dropping too much, then yeah, we'll end the stream a bit early, I guess. But if it's still watchable, then that's okay, I guess. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I'll upload that cerebral inhibitor video later on, I guess. Will Cobra be a big bad? I guess you could work it in. I don't know if a big bad worthy though. Do I think it's a subject, or do I think Subject 9, sorry, might be Cecile and or the baby? Nah, because they're really covering that in episode 12. So I think by then it's done. If anything, Cecile's and the baby will be like the last one. I thought Savitar was the god of speed, but then there's a speedster called... Yeah, but he's meant to be the god of motion. Like, that's what he's meant to be, the god of motion. But they changed it for the show to call himself the god of speed. Was I a fan of episode 10 of The Flash? Yeah, I thought it was a solid return. You could argue the court case was a bit iffy, but I thought it was decent. I thought it was still very interesting to watch. It could have been done better, but like, you know, I think it was stupid that they included Fallout in the episode and didn't leave him for another episode, but I understand they have to get through these bus metas. So I understand that. Like, they can't do every episode of bus meta like after that. They sort of have to like, and with other storylines going on, they have to implement these bus metas when they can, just sort of get them over and done with. Maybe they shouldn't have done so many bus metas. Maybe that's a hole they dug. Maybe they should have done like 10 instead of like, what, 12 or 13. Do I think Black Flash isn't dead? Like, he got stupidly frozen by Killer Frost. Like, I don't know why they did that in the show. But he's immortal. He can't die. He can kill, like, he can be stopped, but he can't die. He'll just spawn elsewhere and then just come back to where he was. What if Subject 9 is DeVoe's next upgrade? It could possibly be. It could possibly be like an ability that he sees as useful and maybe more useful than Dominic's abilities, and maybe he gets the most out of Dominic that he can, so he just moves on. Talk Arrow. Well, someone bring up an Arrow question. We'll talk Arrow. Oh, here we go. Do you think Black Siren could turn good and go to Legends and both the Lance? I don't think it's smart to put her in Legends. Just no, I don't think she'd go on Legends. I think if she goes good, she'll just remain like an Arrow character. I know a lot of people do want her to see her go to Legends, but I just don't think it's the right time to do it. Wasn't Dominic a bust meta? Yeah, he was a bust meta. Which character in the Arrowverse do you think had the dumbest death? I think Laurel. Yeah, unnecessary. Laurel, probably. Dumbest death. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head who else had a weird one. Can't think of anything off the top of my head. Honestly, can't remember. The coolest death was probably when Ray Palmer gets his heart removed by Reverse Flash. That was pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that either, to be completely honest. Do you have any other social media? All my social media is in the description below. I think all of it's there. My main one is Twitter. I use Twitter the most, and Twitter's the easiest place to get in contact with me, I guess. How do you add Super Chat to your live stream? It was just there. I think I'm not too sure how you add it. Like, to me personally, or how to use Super Chat. If you want a Super Chat, you click the dollar icon. In regards to you live streaming and having Super Chat, I think you might have to have a certain amount of subscribers maybe to do it. Or maybe be on YouTube for a certain amount. Something along those lines. I'm not too sure. Probably not the best person to ask in regards to that. Because I just have it. I don't really know how I got it and stuff like that. How will Ralph get his new suit? I'm just guessing that Cisco's been working on it. Because Cisco gave him that grey one, and he says, like, yeah, well, this is your suit for now. So maybe he was just working on some other stuff. That's my guess, at least. Flash Freak with the Flash Freak 508 might I say with a $2 super chat. Bart Allen on Flash. Pagey is the Flash. I don't think I'm the Flash. I wish I was the Flash. Bart Allen on the Flash though. The fact that they're sort of bringing in Dawn Allen, who knows she actually comes in, but you have to think she's Dawn Allen, and she could be in episode 15 as well. We have to wait and see. There's a rumor going around that she could be in episode 15, but we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. But I'm not going to jump into that until there's further proof. Once again, might do a video next weekend when it's more relevant, or at least next week sometime. But yeah, Bart Allen the Flash, with her being introduced, that just opens the door to other people in the family joining. I think a lot of people do want to see Bart Allen join as well. Like, so many people want him to see him come to the show. They just got to work him in correctly. Like, don't rush him in and they're just there going, I'm Bart Allen and I'm just here for no reason, and then leave. Like, make him relevant. That's why I think if next season, if Cecile gives birth to, you know, a boy at the end of the season, and maybe she dies in childbirth, and maybe they decide to name the son Daniel. Maybe next season's villain is Daniel West from the future that's coming back to get revenge on the people that were around during his birth and his younger years. And maybe that's why Bart Allen might come back, because Bart Allen might have been dealing with him in the future. So that's something that they could do. So this is like 30 years in the future. This isn't like 18 years in the future. This is like 30 years in the future. Where, you know, I'm not saying Bart Allen's from that time period, but Bart Allen could have been, you know, fighting him. Maybe Daniel West went to the future and fought Bart Allen and stuff. And that's how they could integrate Bart Allen into the show. That'd be pretty cool. But that's just my sort of like like hypothesis, if you want to call it that, or something that could work. But we got another super chat. What was it? Naruto with the $2 super chat once again. Dumbest death was Sarah Lance. Yeah, for what they did, like Theo was like mind controlled by Malcolm Merlin. That was a bit silly. Yeah. Or do you mean that one, or like the 17 other times Sarah Lance has died? Which, I'm assuming you mean the one where like it was the most dramatic death, I guess. Do you think Cobalt Blue will come to the show in the next few years? I would like to see him come back. I would like to see him next season, but I don't know. I just have a feeling they're going to go with a Speedster again, and then maybe go to Cobalt Blue after that. And because like season 5 is like the season with the 100th episode, you go for a villain that's very like central to the show, and it makes sense that they went with a Speedster, honestly. But then again, you could say it makes sense that they went with Cobalt Blue if it was Eddie Thawne. But yeah. Will Captain Singh ever figure out Barry is the Flash? Maybe. I wouldn't. They could. I think they want to try and like, because one of the memes like going around the Flash is that Barry reveals his identity to everyone, which he does, and he reveals it when it's relevant. It's just that it's irrelevant. It's relevant. Sorry, to reveal his identity a bit too much. But I don't think I think Captain Singh will always be one of those people that's sort of left in the dark about his identity. Like, he might have suspicions, but it's never like confirmed or hashtag confirmed to Captain Singh that Barry's the Flash. Thank you, Zach Flash Gaming. Welcome to the stream. What the heck, Pagey from Neil Singh? What the heck did I do? What did I do? Tobias Church is friends with the Bertinellis. They can eventually use that to cross over Black. That's Tobias Whale is on Black Lightning. Tobias Church is on Arrow. They're two different characters. How do you feel about Elongated Man new suit in the next episode? I think it's decent. I think it's a good upgrade. I wasn't expecting it this soon, so it was a nice surprise. Interested to see like what that button does. A lot of people saying it's just like a communications device or something like that, or it makes him inflate. I think it's so it contours to his body, so it goes on sort of like baggy, sort of like Spider-Man Homecoming. You know, when he puts on the suit, it's all baggy, and he like presses it, and it like contours to his body. That's what I think the suit will be on Ralph. Like, that button does that. At least that's what I think it might do. How do you think Barry will get out of prison? I think it's just them trying to prove that someone else did it. That's how Barry gets out of prison. How long do you think episode 11 of The Flash takes place after episode 10, sorry, because in the promo for episode 11, Barry has some facial hair. I reckon they'll do it 5 weeks, because Arrow this week was 5 weeks. So I think with The Flash, they've done it. Episode 10 was straight after episode 9, but it'll be like about a month's break between episode 11 and episode 10. That's my guess, at least. And it makes sense for the whole beard he has going on. Because Arrow, even though it was subtly mentioned in yesterday's episode, it's been 5 weeks since the mid-season finale on Arrow, because Dinah mentions that she hasn't been in the Black Canary suit for 5 weeks, but in the episode, she was like in episode like 8 and even episode 9, she was in the Black Canary suit, or the Canary suit, whatever you want to call her. So yeah, so I think they'll go ahead like about a month roughly. And I'll just do like maybe like a montage of like the time he was in jail, like the first day that he was there and stuff like that. That's my guess, at least. Will you be making videos on Gotham when the season returns? Hopefully. I'm not going to say 100% I'm doing it, but I'm planning on doing it. Just because Gotham's going to be going after the CW shows end, so it's going to give me content to do at least a couple, you know, throughout the week. So at least I have an extra video or two to do per week. Clinch just went, what about Krypton? I might do Krypton. That's on the weekend though, so it's always going to fit in regardless of when it comes back. And even like Supergirl is going to be around till like June or something, because it's getting such a late finish. So it's much different this year, which is good. So I'm going to have content still coming out throughout the even after like Flash, Arrow, and Legends End, because Supergirl and Gotham will be around. And I don't know how long. I think Krypton's got 10 episodes. So Krypton will probably be over around the same time that Flash and Arrow end. When's Legends coming back? I think Legends comes back February. Let me look it up on my computer quickly. I can give you an exact date. It is, I think it's the 19th. or the 19th in America, I think it is, or the 20th in Australia when it comes out. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's either that week or the week before. Oh, it's February 12th. Okay, I was completely wrong. February 12th it comes back. February 19th, sorry, is the episode Wally first appears. That's what it is. It's February 12th that they come back, Legends. That's the Constantine episode. February 19th is the first episode that Wally shows up. That's it. The reason I said February 19th is because I was reading the Wally articles from beforehand. That's why that number was in my brain. But yeah, February 12th it comes back. And that's the first week Supergirl isn't on for like almost or over 2 months. And then Legends finishes out its season. Do I play HQ Trivia? I've heard about it. I like trivia. I'm pretty good at trivia. I haven't played it though. I might download it. Have a look at it on my iPhone. Sound like such an idiot, like a bit of a douche saying that. On my phone, I'll say. Who else going, oh, on my Samsung, I'll look it up. I'll look it up on my phone. That's what I'll say. HQ Trivia. I've heard about it. How big is it? Because it's just going to lag the stream of me downloading it. How big is it? I'll get it after. Thanks, blah, blah, blah. You're an idiot. I don't even know what the point is. I'm just gonna block blah, blah because he's annoying Jaws. Like, Jaws has to keep muting him. What day will Legends be on? It's on whenever Supergirl's on, that's when Legends is coming on when it returns. So Legends is replacing Supergirl. What do I think about the latest Supergirl episode? It was decent. I just thought it was a bit underwhelming in some areas. Like, I thought some parts would be better. Like, the Legion of Superheroes was very underwhelming. And just like, you thought the fight between them and Rain would be much better. And it was a bit underwhelming. And it almost made the Legion look like they've never fought before. The Flush 4x10 aired a couple of days ago. Gaming Time for Life. It's already been on. It is about 5 to 12. So 5 to midday. It currently is in Australia. Savage Squad, I'm not ignoring comments. If a comment has been already... If I've already answered a question in this live stream, then I'll skip over it. But I'm not ignoring comments. If I just don't see it, I don't see it. Do you think Singh believes Barry killed DeVoe? I don't think he does, but there's just a lot of evidence going against Barry, so it's just hard for him to sort of prove that he didn't do it. I don't think he does deep down believe that he actually did it. I downloaded HQ Trivia, so I'm waiting. I'm just setting it up now. There is no vid coming up after this. Can I use this username? Someone took my username. Oh no, someone didn't. Don't worry. I'm on HQ Trivia right now. I don't know if you can see it. Connect if I'm on Wi-Fi. Okay. Oh no, it's just an ad. So I don't know if you guys are playing this or not. So is it starting like a couple of minutes? Can I type? I'm just going to type in LMAO. Do you think Barry's daughter will come on soon? Well, she's meant to come back, and there's a lot of rumors saying that she's going to be in episode 15. But there's no confirmation on when she's coming back. Well, the character that's meant or supposedly meant to be Dawn Allen. It starts in 2 minutes. I've got it loaded up, so we'll see how we go. And I'll just keep chatting to you guys in the meantime. Will you ever make a collab with Emergency Awesome? It's hard to make collaborations in this niche. Like, really, all you do is a joint review. But that's just hard to think. Like, even with, like, people I'm really familiar with, like DJ Eric and stuff like that, I collaborate, unless, like, apart from, like, a crossover stream, like we do every, like, once a month or once every 6 weeks or something, that's hard enough to organize, to get us all in one spot. So, and that's, like, an easy thing to do as well. But, like, a review and stuff like that, yeah, I'm keeping the app open, don't worry, it's there. We'll play it. I'll let you guys know how I go. All I'm saying in the chat is Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. That's all I'm saying. Coke or Pepsi? Either. If I had to choose Coke, I don't really mind. Pepsi's a bit too sweet. It tastes different though. Coke in America tastes the same as it does in Australia, but Pepsi tastes different. Yeah, so when I went to America and I had a Pepsi, I was like, oh, Jesus, what is it? It didn't taste bad. It was just, I wasn't, because I had a Coke earlier, it tasted the exact same, so I just assumed that Pepsi would taste the same as well. What do you expect for the Flash 100? I don't know, because it's going to be in the crossover, so that's a hard one. I don't know if they'd be able to do something like Arrow. It might be time travel, maybe. Something along those lines. Starting in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, it says. Yeah, I love Vegemite. I used to, like, I did Army Cadets when I was in school, and you used to get, like, a ration pack, and they'd always have, like, a tube of Vegemite, like a really fat one. It wasn't small, like, usually it was, like, maybe, like there's a pen. It's about the size of the pen, and then, like, yeah, pretty thick. I used just to walk around just, like, eating Vegemite throughout the day to just give me some energy. What are my thoughts about the Logan Paul situation? Well, he got what it came to him at least. At least he wasn't punished. Like, at least he was punished, might I say. So, like, if he got through that scot-free and didn't get anything, like, it would have been really annoying. And apparently he's been shadow banned on YouTube. Like, if you type in Logan Paul into the YouTube search, you get his channel and then, like, one of his videos, and that's it for, like, 30 or 40 options. Yeah, 38 seconds it says until it starts for me. I have no idea how this works. No, I don't want to leave the game. I'm in a group. I don't even know who I'm with. Does he talk? Like, what's... I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm going to embarrass myself, aren't I, playing this? What is this crap? Okay, I don't really want to listen to this dude. I'm just going to keep it here so I can see you guys' questions. This dude's, I'm playing it. Don't worry, it's there. I'm just waiting for him to stop talking. What's my favourite little pump? The only one I literally know is Gucci Gang. Oh, I'm focusing. It's on, like, here's, like, the back of my phone. I'm just putting it to the side of the screen so I can... It's, like, right next to the comments. Never heard of Lil Pump till a month ago. Well, he got, like, signed a massive contract. That's what I heard, at least. Thoughts on the cerebral inhibitor? I'll do a video on that next weekend, hopefully. I'll try and fit it in whenever I can. Am I, like, really... No, I'm not. Okay. I thought it might have been really close to the screen or something. Get on to the questions, mate. Holy crap. No one cares about what you're saying. Look at this dude just... Hopefully not, like, American-based questions, like... $2,000. Ooh. Be good if I had this, like, if this stream was like 100%, what do you call it, like live? Like it was like real time, there wasn't a delay. I'd just ask you guys what the answer is. He's talking forever, isn't he? Must be like ads, so like he has to talk a certain amount to like to get money or something. So they can obviously afford to pay this amount. Hurry up! What's my favorite season of The Flash? Probably season 1, but I think season 2 could have been the best season if Zoom's ending was a bit better. Frisbee. That was easy. Frisbee. That's a really hard question. Okay, we know the answer. Move on. Wow. Some idiot's got it wrong. What the hell? Oh my god. I don't know. I think I got it wrong. In 2013, during a trip to Jamaica, Snoop Dogg was rechristened by a Rastafarian priest. Snoop. Oh, I got it right. Woo! Okay, 2 questions. Whew. I started sweating then. But I got it wrong. But a lot of people got it wrong then. Whew. I literally have no idea. I think I got it wrong. Oh, I got it wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong, guys. Don't worry. Well, that's the first game. I'll be sure to play that in the future. Oh, I wasn't alone. 80,000 people got the question wrong along with me, but that's it. Okay, HQ trivia is over for the day, but you never know. In the future, we might be able to hook it up, and we'll I'll be able to put it like on the screen as well. Might try and do that in the future. Got it wrong though. I had no idea, and they give you like hardly any time. I guess it's so you can't Google it and stuff. But I thought it was Tiffany's, but I thought. Like Nivea has the blue, and even Gap has like a blue color as well. That's why I went with Nivea because I thought it was blue. Anyway, you win some, you lose some, and I lost that one. Hey Umar, welcome to the chat. I'm only going to be streaming for another couple of minutes though, so you've joined a bit late, unfortunately. Are you still going, Ben? Well, let me know how you go. Is that, are you Ben on Twitter as well? Just making sure. Let me know because I might end the stream before the HQ trivia is over. The first time I played, a question was which was a hip-hop icon. People put Celine Dion. I think people, yeah, because that first question, that people put Rubik's Cube for a disc. Like, I think people just get it wrong for the sake of getting it wrong. Yeah, I don't know. What are my thoughts on Wally West, being a series regular on Legends? I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I don't think he'll be on next season, though. I think it's just for the end of this season. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for the very nice comment. Do I like DeVoe as a character? I really liked him when he was DeVoe, like older DeVoe. I'm not too sure about Dominic DeVoe. I guess you have to see more of him because we've hardly seen anything of him. Like DeVoe controlling Dominic. We saw like a quick scene at the end of episode 9, a quick scene at the beginning of episode 10, then like that scene at the end of episode 10 as well. So we got like hardly any of him. So I want like an episode where he's the focus. So whenever that happens, that'll be like the time we can really tell how he's going. Thank you, Dalton. I don't like you. Well, thank you. You don't have to like me. I don't ask you to. Who do you think Wally will... I'm not too sure what you mean there, Fazal. I really want to see Godspeed. I think a lot of people do, to be completely honest. I think a lot of people want to see Godspeed. Flash Smallville crossover. I don't think that'll ever happen. They might be able to bring like Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum back to be in the Flash or something like that, but I don't think it'd be as their Smallville characters. Savitar was teleporting when we first saw him. Then after episode 15, once he was released from the Speed Force, he was just running normally. But he appeared so fast beforehand because he was like teleporting out of the Speed Force. Do I know the way? Thank you, Weather Girl Flash fan. Flash fan, sorry. What should the next crossover be about? Crisis on Infinite Earths or Super... Maybe not those. They're a bit too big, those ones. I'm not too sure. I got what I wanted. I wanted like a sort of a crisis event with the multiverse, and they gave that to me this season, so I was happy. So anything after that, I don't really care too much about because I got what crossover I wanted. Do I think Legends will end next season? Maybe. Like Legends, one thing I want Legends to do is actually have like the Wave Rider to like get the ability to travel through the multiverse. That's what I want to happen, because if that happens, the doors are open for Legends to do a lot of different things. So that's what I'm hoping happens. Would you like a Reverse Flash origin story? I would love to see that. I would love to see that, to be completely honest. Sufyan, do I hate you? Do I have a reason? I don't really hate anyone. I'm a pretty I'm a pretty hard person, sorry, to annoy. So, or to get angry at least. So I'm gonna end the stream in like 2 minutes or something. So any last like donations or questions and stuff you want to get in, get them in as quick as you can. Who would you want to be a super glue? Do you mean Supergirl villain after Rain? I don't know. I don't know, to be completely honest. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to answer that, unfortunately. Who could they do? I can't really think of anyone at the top of my head. I'm not too familiar with Supergirl characters.
This house is...
Oh, I was wondering why that GIF came up. I just saw that dude pop up on my screen. I was like, what the hell is that? I have to refresh to get your thing. Thank you, Richard Dragon, for the $10 donation. Very much appreciated. Thoughts on Richard's martial arts skills / story arc for the rest of the season? I assume he's going to kill Caden in episode 15 based on the episode 16 title, The Thanatos Guild. Yeah, I want them to display at least some of his what do you call it, martial arts abilities, because we've seen none of it this season. But it's understandable, because all the situations he's been in, he wouldn't have had to do them. Like yesterday in that episode, I guess you could have used them then, but it was in a gunfight. You'd be sort of being an idiot to do that. So yeah, like it didn't require to do all those martial arts skills then. So I want to see if they dive into his story arc, because the basis of the character is that he was locked up in prison for like, I think 20 years, I want to say, or at least a decent amount of years, for a crime he did not commit. Oh no, it was, I don't know, it wasn't 20 years, it might have been 10 years, for a crime he didn't commit. But then he was found to be innocent, and he got like a $20 million payout, and that's why he's able to do what he's doing now. He's like buying everything to get ahead in like the whole crime landscape of Star City. So I wonder if they're going to jump into that. I'm hoping they do, but they have to wait till Caden James is gone, I guess. But I hope that's like Richard Dragon's like big entrance. Like he just kills Caden James, like out of the blue as well. It's almost like a shock. You know, I think we're all expecting it to happen, but it should not be like drawn out on the show. Like it should all just happen. Like Caden James is just dead, and we find out Richard Dragon was the one that did it. Like a slitting of a throat, bullet in the head, something along those lines. But yeah, I think it should happen before Roy's there, I think. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Because I hope by the time... that's maybe why Roy's brought in, because Richard Dragon's seen as like a big threat, and maybe they have to deal with that for a bit. But I'm excited to see Richard Dragon just progress a bit, and I'm very much excited for that. But thank you, Richard Dragon, for the question on Richard Dragon. Very much appreciated. Happy early birthday to Viviana. Her birthday's on the 2nd of February. Early happy birthday there. But that's about it, guys. I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks to everyone that turned out. I'll do another stream like a couple of hours before Supergirl comes out. That'll be like the weekly stream, so expect a stream then, and we'll stream about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Thank you, Maria, for subscribing. Very much appreciated. But yeah, thanks for everyone that tuned in. And that's about it. So I'll catch you guys later, whenever that is. And thank you for tuning in, and goodbye.